In this video, I will quickly go over the main features of the Selectable Grid plugin. Let's dive right in. What this plugin will allow you to do is create actors that represent a grid. Within this grid, you can represent each cell using a mesh, easily draw a border around the grid, and associate an object with each cell. You can then use the provided target actor and specific reticle actor with the gameplay ability system to allow interaction with the grid actor. And of course, all of this works in multiplayer. Here I have a blueprint open that has the grid actor, which ships with this plugin, as its parent. As you can see, a few things are exposed. I'll first select a static mesh which will be used to represent our grid cells. Let's choose this nice ball. Now let's change the size of our grid. Let's try 8 by 8. Let's leave it as 5 by 5. As it stands right now, the origin of our mesh is at the origin of each cell, its top left corner. But as you can see, the origin of our mesh is in the middle of the mesh, so let's adjust our cell mesh origin setting so that each mesh is at the center of its cell. If we wanted to, we could also add a transform to our mesh, like so. We will now create a border for our grid. As you can see, I have two meshes, a corner mesh and a wall mesh. In the construction script of our grid, we use our custom getPerimeterPositions node, which will give us an area of all the cell center positions and rotations for the perimeter cells. It also tells us if the position is a corner or not. We can now spawn a corner or wall mesh with the correct location and rotation. We also adjust the scale of our meshes to match the size of the cell mesh. As you can see, we now have a wall around our grid. Next, we'll look at how to interact with the grid object. Here you can see the final result. I can select cells from my grid, and once I confirm the selection, cones appear on each of the cells I had selected. If I do it again, cones are removed from cells that had one, and new cones appear on cells that didn't have one. Two mechanisms are used here. The gameplay ability system targeting is used in conjunction with our own reticle actor to do the drag and drop selection and render the green cubes on selected cells. Once the targeting is validated, we use the object association system of our grid to check whether a cell is occupied, if a cone actor is associated with the cell. If it is, we destroy the actor, and if it isn't, we spawn a new actor at the cell's location with a vertical offset. The object association can be replicated, meaning that this system can be used in a multiplayer setup where the client does the grid selection and the server spawns the objects associated with the grid cells. That is it for this presentation of the different features of this plugin.